What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Jesse Lorienti, and today we're going to be unboxing the MEDICOM Batman Hush figure. Or the Hush Batman figure, however you'd like to say it. If you are not familiar with what MEDICOM is, which some of you might not be, MEDICOM is this Japanese company that, if you want to rewind it all the way back to 2008, when I got into these bigger toys, even before then, we could go back to like 2007, 2006-ish, probably 7-ish. But MEDICOM was making Darth Vader and Stormtroopers, and I think they had a Boba Fett that followed. And I was trolling these forums, not trolling, but just lurking in these forums, just reading about these figures, and I wanted the Darth Vader so bad. They were so detailed, they were so badass. And I was reading that the suit would flake on the Darth Vader and rubber was cracking and everything, but I still wanted them. And their price range at that time was just out of grasp, you know, working a part-time job and partying and, you know, just being a kid. But then around when 2008, when the Dark Knight rolls around, it might even be like 2009-ish, but all these toy companies start releasing their toys for the Dark Knight, or their pre-orders, whatever, prototypes. And I really remember watching MEDICOM and Hot Toys, and there was also Takakara, something like that. They made a Batman Begins Batman. And then there's the Batman Begins MEDICOM and the Batman Begins Hot Toy. The Takakara or whatever was the best one at that time. I actually bought one in the aftermarket later on, scooped up for a really good price. Really cool toy for the longest time. Very poseable, everything. And then when MEDICOM and Hot Toys went head to head with the Dark Knight figures, I mean, their Batman Begins figure lacked, but their Dark Knight figure is the one that sold out, and that thing is like 300, 400, 500, whatever nowadays, almost impossible to find. But Hot Toys kind of just excelled far beyond MEDICOM's reach in the 1/6 arena. They had the RAH, the RAH. It was Real Action Heroes. And they did things like Akira. They did Kaneda with his motorcycle. Super sick. I actually owned Kaneda at one point, or Kaneda, however you'd like to say it. But I missed out on the motorcycle, so I ended up selling him. It was stupid, you know, when you're younger, whatever. But I have Solid Snake and Raiden, the MEDICOMs. I've always liked MEDICOM too. They offered something else as well, but it seems like nowadays MEDICOM just kind of dropped out of the 1/6 race. They started doing smaller figures, kind of like the Figmas and the SH Figure Arts figures, whatever, kind of stuff like that. And to be honest, they've been doing really cool things. Like, if you buy one figure, it comes with pieces for another one. If you buy Scarecrow, you get some demonic bat pieces. All these companies kind of lend off of each other. But today we're here to talk about Batman from Hush, the MEDICOM one. And actually, sitting right by me, well, I thought I did. Hold on one second. So, right here is the MEDICOM Flashpoint Batman. So this is Thomas Wayne as Batman in an alternate reality where Flash runs so fast. He breaks time, he goes back, saves his mom, creates a time ripple, and fucks everything up. And you get Bruce Wayne dying that night, and Thomas Wayne becomes Batman, and Martha becomes the Joker. Well, this is MEDICOM's Batman. And as you can see, his cape leaves much to be desired. his overall body structure, the look of it, is definitely not anywhere where you would want it to be. These figures are great when you pick them up on sale. And I'm not saying anything bad, it's just the overall what it is. And Karen and I actually bought them to customize them and mess around with them. We also have, this will be another video, but we got the new 52 Batman as well. But Big Bad Toys recently had a really killer sale, and we scooped these two up very cheap. But we also picked up Thomas Wayne very cheap as well. But the MEDICOM Hush, so Batman from Hush, if you don't know what Hush is this amazing book. This is a 3-pack from the 75th anniversary of Batman. It's got the Court of Owls, The Dark Knight Returns, and Hush. I actually bought this to take on an airplane when we were going back, or when we were going to Florida. But Hush is just this really thick book, and it's got the most amazing visuals you've ever seen. Jim Lee and Jeph Loeb, just great story, great visuals, everything. And basically, I listened to this interview with Jim Lee and Kevin Smith, and Jim Lee was basically like asking if he could add each character in. It's a rogues gallery. It literally has every Batman villain. It has Superman. It has amazing stories. Batman and Catwoman get close to each other. They fall in love. You know, they kiss. He reveals who he is to her. Just all that. As a Batman fan, I love that. That's why I love Batman Rebirth so much. The very first issue of Rebirth was so touching. It just, when he saves that airplane. But let's stick to Hush. Hush is one of the greatest Batman books. It's one of those ones that if you want to get someone into Batman, just tell them, read Hush. It's same thing with these ones, the Court of Owls and the Dark Knight Returns. If you know me, I love all these. I love The Long Halloween. The Long Halloween is one of my most favorite books there is. Same with the Dark Victory that follows. But everyone seemed to pick up on the Hush train lately. I mean, Prime 1 is doing Hush statues, amazing statues. I'm in the bag for all of them. And DC has actually, they do one animated Batman film a year, and they've announced Hush is the next one, along with the Superman of Tomorrow, or no, the Reign of Superman. That whole story right after Superman dies. Totally in the bag for all of these things. And we got a Constantine movie coming up, or a series. I think it's a movie. But anyway, so I figure let's go ahead. MEDICOM made this Batman from Hush. It's got a window box. You can see right here it says Hush on it. It's got the famous Batman from that cover with Jim Lee. And on the back it tells us Superman's out. I skipped on buying Superman for this, but sometimes you just can't pass up a Batman. Let's go ahead and get this guy open. Alright, so you can see right here the Hush box. It's a little worn. You could tell they've been holding on to it for a while. Got the back, very dark, very, very Batman-like. Let's go ahead. Oh, I'll show you what it looks like on the inside. And pop it open. We got Hush. It's a very cool box. Very nice design. Alright. Cut that open. Oh, jeez. Whoops. Kind of threw that. Kind of just ripped as I was trying to pick it up. I guess it's already far gone, and here we go. So that's it. That's everything that's in here. Got back here. MEDICOM has always had a stand that comes with multiple different ways to display them. You can see right here. Clear stand with the extra depending on what size of a body. I mean, definitely very, very good for the collector. Whoops. Well, that's how one way to get all of our hands out. Got right here these really kind of skinny, skeletal looking hands. Kind of is like a metaphor for the design of their body for Batman. He's kind of thicker up top and gets really skinny as it goes down with these MEDICOM ones. My plan is to add a little girth into them, paint them up, change them up a little bit. Right here. It's got a silky style cape with some wires in it. We got our Hush head. Angry face. Got this plastic that can just go right around those skinny legs. He almost reminds you of like a Bruce Timm cartoon style Batman. You can see here, back of him. Look at the DC Comics right there. The trademark. But right here is where the suit's hooked together. He's got his black underwear. He's got his boots. He's got these very skinny legs. These figures aren't bad. They were better when they came out, I guess you could say. But even then, it was something that I had passed on for years until now. So that kind of tells you where I was at with them. But if you can pick them up, if you like this video, you can pick them up on sale, or you just really like it, I mean, go for it. But I grabbed mine on sale. They were really on sale too. I don't quite remember, it's such a while ago when I got that order. But as you can see, just the general look of him. Very skinny. Almost just too skinny, kind of just, I don't know, kind of like a real person maybe, to be honest. But the back of him, I mean, there ain't much else to show. Let's go ahead, we'll stand him up now. All right, right here you can see a side-by-side of Thomas Wayne and his son Bruce from Hush. Thomas from Flashpoint. I really think the Thomas Wayne has a really cool head sculpt. I think this Hush Batman has a pretty good head sculpt as well. You can tell he's Hush. But, I mean, maybe with some paint, get some shading in there around the muscles, try to give it some dimension. Maybe that would help. But as you can see, MEDICOM left a lot to be desired. When these came out, this wasn't bad. It was, you know, I waited because I was still buying Hot Toys at the time, and I do applaud MEDICOM for doing something out of, you know, Hot Toys basically kind of plays it safe with their movie masterpiece line. They don't stray too much, maybe a video game here or there, whatever, but MEDICOM was taking chances in the comic world, and I think it's awesome. It's kind of like Sideshow, how they do their own Batman style, and it's definitely a dope style. But you know, they took a chance, and it's not bad. I'm glad I scooped it up for the price I did. Definitely not disappointed. I knew it would be like this. We're gonna make a custom cape for Thomas Wayne here. We're gonna make, we're gonna paint him. We're gonna just do him up the way he deserves to be done. Maybe try to add some muscle or something around his midsection. I don't know. But we'll do the same thing with Hush Batman over here. But anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it brought you some value. And go ahead, leave me a like and a sub if you did. But you know, keep buying toys.